Final question for you. You've said that you want the deal with AJ to be done by the end of Monday.
Monday is the deadline.
When you want to see the best, you want to see the boss in this division, in this game, send me in.
Do you think you destroy Oleksandr Usyk?
Yeah. I haven't, listen, he's done his job, and I'm not going to pick him apart. He's undisputed cruiserweight champion, and he's a unified heavyweight champion. And you can only beat who's in front of you, yeah? But he's fought, all the 4 opponents he's fought at heavyweight. Tim Witherspoon's cousin, Chaz Witherspoon, Chisora, Dubois, and Joshua. They all have the same thing in common. They're methodical, they come forward slow fighters, and the workman-like way they go about it. They've all got the same slowish style, and they're all looking for that one punch to knock a man out, that sort of thing, and you don't set it up right. And he's been able to beat that style 4 times in the heavyweight division. But I believe, from my own experience as being on this game, on top of it since 2015, a couple of blips along the way, but I think the jab of mine, I'm a lot quicker than him, yeah? I've got better movement than him, I'm tougher than him, and so on and so forth.
Has he got anything on you, Usyk, or not?
Has he got anything on me? Not that I can think of. Listen, if he was cruiserweight, then he might have the agility to move and bend a little bit better. But considering he's put on 25-30 pounds since then, 1, I've never met a heavyweight who's ever been as quick as me. And 2, he doesn't come from that type of background where he can outspeed me or outmaneuver me. I've said it time and time again, yeah? I've got that American style with the European conditioning. I've never met a European man. A man with his hands up around his face, moving his head a little bit like a European amateur who can beat me. Say no more. I look at Usyk, he's a stiff white man who moves his head a little bit, moves his feet. That's how I look at him. I've never met a stiff white man who could ever outbox me, ever in my life. Amateur, pro, sparring, anything. Ever.
Huh. Those are the words of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, as you guys just heard him with his belief that, and his take on Oleksandr Usyk being a stiff white man that doesn't know how to move his head, but moves his feet a little bit. First things first, I want to get to the comparison of the people that he claimed that Usyk fought. The styles of people that he claimed Usyk fought. Chaz Witherspoon, Derek Chisora, Daniel Dubois, and Anthony Joshua twice. Now, he said they all fight alike, and I have to disagree all the way through, okay? Daniel Dubois and Anthony Joshua don't even fight alike. They're bigger guys, and I think they hit harder. I think actually Joshua hits harder than Dubois. Dubois is younger. I thought Dubois was a heavier-handed person than Anthony Joshua. But to be fair, Chisora, Joshua, and Dubois all hit pretty hard. Chaz Witherspoon, I think, didn't really have a proper training camp because he was a replacement. Okay, Tyrone Spong was supposed to be the fighter for Oleksandr Usyk, and he failed a drug test. Okay, he was 14-0 and 14 knockouts, but he failed those drug tests, therefore he was suspect. So that fight didn't happen. All right, so it's kind of unfair to throw Chaz Witherspoon in there, okay? And the weird thing was, it's like, okay, well, you're talking about those guys all being alike, and he's able to beat those guys, and he won't be able to beat me with my jab, and no white man will be able to beat me. Well, you know what that sounds like to me? You know who that sounds like to me? That sounds exactly like Bernard Hopkins. Okay? You know what I mean? The Philly fighter that, the oldest champion ever. And he said that about Calzaghe, and Calzaghe did what Calzaghe does with every single person that he's ever been in the ring with himself. And what Tyson's saying is, hey, he's a stiff white man, and I don't think this kind of guy that can beat me. If he was smaller and was a cruiserweight, he may have the agility. Okay, now I'm questioning where Tyson Fury gets this from. Because to me, people are interested in this fight because this is the first style that Tyson Fury is really not familiar with. But now Tyson Fury is saying, well, no. Oleksandr Usyk is not really familiar with my type of style. Okay, I'm the American style with a UK conditioning, whatever the hell that means. The last I heard from Anthony Joshua that American fighters train harder. That's what he noticed when he went over to Derek James's gym in Dallas. That, hey, a lot of things are tougher over here than it is in the UK. So I don't know what he's talking about. But nonetheless, to talk about Oleksandr Usyk's fighters, one of those fighters you did actually fight, and that's Derek Chisora. You fought him once. You fought Deontay Wilder twice. Okay? And then you fought who? Francis Ngannou. All of those guys were nothing like Oleksandr Usyk. So if those guys were nothing like Oleksandr Usyk, how can you call him stiff in a stiff white man? And I think, me personally, he's just setting himself up for failure. Now, if he pulls it off, if he sees that right, hey, he'll be a genius. Seriously. If he can't get past that jab and Usyk can't find a way to bob and weave past that jab, Tyson Fury has called it. But for him saying, oh, hey, I think I destroy him any way it comes down, I'm going to take this guy out. It doesn't matter. I don't care what it is. He's not better than me at anything. He said 270 pounds, so that means he intends on coming in heavier. I thought he was smart enough to come in lighter, but we will see. And the weird thing about Tyson Fury is Tyson Fury's hardest fight was against Stephen Cunningham. Stephen Cunningham had himself said, hey, you know what? I think Usyk's a lot better than I am at a lot of stuff. Just because he was American and just because he was black, doesn't mean that you have an edge on that guy. But we will see, But I do say that Tyson Fury has the confidence saying things like he says. He's not even trash talking. He's just saying what he now believes about Oleksandr Usyk, But that's the first to me. To call Oleksandr Usyk a stiff white man, that is past me. But you guys tell me what you think of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, stating that Oleksandr Usyk is a stiff white man that will never be able to beat him. No one like him will be able to beat him. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!